All right. Welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new 8 phobies. Unfortunately, I don't know why I don't have access to the 5 new stress level phobies. Those are the ones I was actually most excited about because we're going to see the late game players play them first. Stress level phobies are always just fun to look at. They're always pretty unique, and they always introduce some stupid mechanic that I cry about. Um, but we don't get to look at that. Also, I'm a content creator now. I entered their program. So, take my opinions on this game with a grain of salt because technically I'm getting shit from them. I haven't got any coffee. They're supposed to send us like what, 500 beans or something, which is pretty nice, but I have not received that yet. My point is, you can start to take my opinion less seriously because I'm getting reimbursements now. Without further ado, I got these pictures, so we're gonna go ahead and go over them. So yeah, let's get started. Now the first one we have is a tractor. You're gonna see two types of these. Oh, there you go. I can move it like this. So you'll be able to see Innocuous and Repeller. So those are the three variants for this guy. Um, so so a tractor is able to basically pull in a bunch of phobies at the same time. Uh, so it has an AoE pool, which is something we have not seen before. I think there's Akira, but Akira works differently. Um, Essentially, how a tractor works is that it can pull in from 3 tiles away, and it'll create an area around those 3 tiles. I mean, around the tile that you pull in from, not the 3 tiles. So basically, if you pull in a phobie and there are phobies around it, it'll choose to pull that one in. Now, the issue with this is that you can only pull in, I think 4. No, not 4 phobies. I mean, my point is, let's say there's a cassowary in the front and a jar cannon in the back. You can't pull in the jar cannon. You can't select the jar cannon to pull in. You can only select the cassowary to pull in. I don't know if people can understand what the fuck I'm talking about, but if you can, sick. Uh, if you can't, sick. Also, we're starting to see more phobies with 3 range. I think that's really sick because jar cannon has been very prevalent at the moment. The only problem I'm seeing is that it's not a 3 range lob. Now, trust me, I don't want a 3 range lob, but my point is you won't be able to hit jar cannon because there's always going to be phobies in front of it. Sometimes there won't be, but you get the idea. Also, just like Oopsie Baby, a tractor is super fucking slow. I don't think you're gonna be. I don't think I'm. If I had this, I probably wouldn't be using it. Magnetize is super niche. Um, I don't think it's gonna be very good. I could see some usage with sheeping gas, maybe. Because when it pulls, it should be able to pull in around sheeping gas, which could have some potential synergy. Any other AoEs, but the problem is with the tractor is that you're essentially moving a group of phobies. You're not like taking like 5 phobies from different locations and putting them together. You're not doing that. You're taking a already compressed group and just moving them in towards you. The reason I don't think that's very good is because why not just you don't have to do that. And of course, you can technically, if like let's say a noxious can't reach them, then oh, I can pull them in, and now the noxious can reach them, and that's cool, sick. However, I don't think it's worth the 6 Ps. Now obviously there's gonna have to be a lot of testing. It's 900 HP, 320 attack as a base. So let me go ahead and do some math real fast because each level up is like 3%. So I'm trying to adjust that to like what I usually play against, which is level 7s and 8s. So if we go ahead and add 21%, so 900 times 1.21, we get 1,089, which honestly isn't that much. Um, it has a lot more damage than Jar Cannon, which is notable. That's notable. So it should be dealing around 387 at level 8. I think that's pretty decent. But I think it's just the fact that because it focuses on this weird pull mechanic, it doesn't really get the chance to be a good phobie in general. I see that issue with you see that with Finnegan, you see that with Slimerface, you even see that with Rambolina to an extent. I think Rambolina is a decent phobie, but I don't I just wish they didn't have an ability so that they would actually be stronger. Anyway, enough about the push-pull rant. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say it's a solid 5. I don't think it's going to be very powerful. It's not going to be powerful by itself, that's for fucking sure. It's going to have very little synergy with anything else. So actually, I'm going to dock it down to a 4. There is a potential for sniping, because this along with I think Inoculus or something. I forgot it was in or un, but point is, those should be the only 3 range phobies without lob. So I think it's probably going to get outclassed by Jar Cannon though because of how squishy it is. Anyway, next one, blue, Bluelian. I think this phobia is really good. Just from a first glance. The reason I say that is because two things. Obviously the ability. It's really tanky. It's really tanky. Um, I'm gonna give me a second. I'm gonna check. For example, the easiest one for me to name is Cyclops, and Cyclops has 1,650. He's pretty tanky. By the way, this is the same key amount. That's why I'm talking about that. But the point is, Blue Bluelian Bluelian, it has Burrow, it has a lot of HP, and it's a healer. I think that's a great combination. Clinico, get the fuck out of here. Leshy, get the fuck out of here. The problem with Leshy is that I don't like him. I don't like Leshy because it has an AoE heal, and it heals for way too much. Now, now you're probably thinking healing too much. What the fuck are you talking about? The problem is that the devs realize that it's a lot of HP, so they balance it out. First off, they can't attack. Second off, it costs like what 6 or 7 keys. I think it's 6. But it just fucking sucks. I don't even know if it removes poison, but it just fucking sucks. Bluelian is the perfect healer. I haven't seen much usage from Metabot or the other one, the 4-cost one. I think it's Dr. Dermic or something. Let me see if I can search it up again. Dr. Oh yeah, Dr. Dermic. So Dr. Dermic is like what 1,500 worth of healing. Um, but I think Bluelian is an example of a really good healer. If you don't know, this should be healing for about 1,600 HP. I'm assuming the spa gets stronger the more you level it up. Obviously, this can be used for enemies, so I don't know how strong it'll actually be. But the best thing about spa treatment is that you can use it on multiple phobies. You're able to choose. And also, the best part about this is that it's so fucking short on the cooldown. Now, I don't think you can use this on any like lava tiles or anything, because if you'd be able to disable tiles, that'd actually be kind of crazy, like transforming them into like spas for a few turns. The point is, you can basically turn like your mid area into like a pool of a spa pool, and you're just giving constant healing and constant poison removal. This would be perfect for like an undead or dimensional collection where you don't really have many strong mechanicals. Like me. If you have a lot of mechanicals, you're probably thinking that I'm stupid for thinking this, but I fucking hate the fact that I have to run all the way to the left side of the map to be able to get rid of my poison so I don't fucking die. This is great. And also, I don't have to use my Clinico. I hate using Clinico because you heal it once, it just sits there, and then your whole team dies, and then it just stands there as it gets fucked. This is great. It can actually hold its own. Granted, it's not that great. I think this is like 4-cost stats, but I think the spot treatment is super strong. It's gonna have a lot of value. I'm trying to shorten this right now because I know this is gonna be a really long video. Boomer, fucking love Boomer. One of the best phobies, in my opinion. Now, why do I say this? First off, look at the key cost, look at the HP, look at the race. Perfection. High HP, super low cost, and it's a dimensional. Now, we already know that Batula is one of the better phobies and better meat shields in the game. It just the fact that it pulls you in makes it so that it's just annoying. And in some situations, it downright makes it so that you can't really replace the panic point. Now, the best part about Boomer, to me, is the fact that it has a lot of fucking HP. To put this into perspective, if we're gonna go to that level 8 thing again, so that's gonna be 1.21, right? I should be able to figure this out, but I can't. I think it's like 1,210? Yeah. So, 1,210. That's a lot. I'm trying to think of something that matches with that. I was gonna say unicorn, but no, not really. It's like a K900. Yeah, it's like a K900. And you're probably thinking, well, it doesn't have attack. That doesn't really matter, honestly. Oh, also, just so you guys know, stasis is completely fucking useless. I'd prefer it on any other phobie. I'd love that on Rambolina. It's a good lore fit. I think that'd be nice, but no, basically no phobie ever really needs this. There's the thing is, when devs apply abilities that don't really fit, what ends up happening is that they have to dumb down their stats and it just gets really annoying. That's why I don't like them, because it think of it this way, I was playing on one of the maps and I could die to the abyss by Miss Muffet. Would I like to have stasis on my unbearable there so that it can step on the amp tile without getting fucked? Yeah, but would I want it to have that and then have like only 300 attack on base? No, that's fucking terrible. Why would I want to do that to myself? It's the same thing. Luckily, I think they're starting to realize that the two one costs that they've released, Boomer and Tickles, they have a terrible ability, basically zero usage, but their stats. Oh my god, their stats. If this isn't really power creep, I'd say Razormouth, Contortio, Cowbell. I think those are all going to still be really good. I just think Boomer is going to be really strong in the smaller maps, because unless there's an amp tile, you're probably not going to be able to two-shot it. One of the best things I've pointed out for myself is that it can't be two-shot by Bowmangles. It can by like a level 8 Bowmangles, but if the Boomer is also level 8, then you're not going to be able to kill it. That's great. I love that. So, yeah, this is going to be kind of scary to face, honestly, because the fact that you can't two-shot it sometimes means I have to allocate other resources towards it, and if you know how to utilize that, that's important. So yeah. What's the next one? Grailian. Okay. I don't I'm not a fan of Dreamcatcher. Um that's his name, right? Dreamcatcher? Dreamcatcher. Wait. What's it called? Wait, what's it called? Wait. Wait. Is it not called Dreamcatcher? Am I tripping? Bro, I think I'm tripping. I can't find it. Oh my lord. I need to find this. Give me a second. I'm so sorry. Um, they're all talking about the trailer. Oh, it's Heartbreaker. It's called Heartbreaker. I don't know why it's called Heartbreaker, but whatever. It's kind of similar to Heartbreaker. The only different thing is that it's a lot less tankier. It doesn't have as much HP, and also you can't send them into the abyss. You can only just like teleport into your team and then just like fuck the shit out of them. Um, I think this has potential, but not much, right? I liked it at 7 keys, but it's not good at 7 keys. The biggest problem with this is that you you're not gonna live, right? As soon as you swap, you're not gonna live. The only exception is if a phobie is too 2 tiles away from you, so you can swap, and then your team will kill them, and then you can walk back. That's fine. But you have to move and then swap? You're fucked, right? And it's 7 keys too, so I don't think this is very good. Oh, also, I forgot to rate Boomer. I forgot to rate these two. Sorry. Bluelian, I'm gonna say is a pretty solid 8 out of 10. It's just gonna be good. It's just good to have around. As for Boomer, I'd say also say an 8 out of 10. Gonna be one of the best one costs right now. Um, there's a lot of one costs in this game that just aren't good right now. So having another good blocker, I guess, or meat shield is good. Right? Like, I'd rather use this over, like, Electrocat or fucking Ted and Jill or some shit. By the way, Ted and Jill is, like, terrible. Don't at me. Anyway, Graylian, I don't think he's that good. I'm gonna give him a... Honestly, I'm gonna say a 5 out of 10. Because it's not gonna be terrible. It has Burrow. It has a bit of stats. It might be able to survive. But you're probably not gonna be able to do much with it. Yeah, especially since it's not flying. If it was flying, holy shit, that would be kind of busted. Um, Innocuous. This reminds me of Hydra and Blondie in the way that Hydra has way better stats than Blondie. I was saying that because Attractor has less attack than Innocuous, but now I'm looking at it, Innocuous has less HP, so never mind. But honestly, this is really hard to rate. The problem with this is that it's stats. It's just stats. We don't have any three range phobies that are this low cost besides Jar Cannon. That's fucking it, dude. You got Oopsie Baby, you got Attractor, I think Repeller has the same thing going on. That's fucking crazy, right? Like, this is revolutionary. The reason I say that is just because, like, it's tanky. So I personally think that it'll be good in a few small maps where you don't expect it there. Because a jar cannon just dies to a Casso, it dies to a murder wing. This doesn't. It's really slow, but it's pretty good. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna rate it. I'd say maybe a 7 because this dies really easily. So it's hard for me to tell if it's actually good or not. But yeah, I'd say a good 7. It's not terrible, but I don't think it's gonna be super good. It's gonna be a surprise factor for sure until we can figure out more about it. Repeller. Basically the same gist with Attractor, but I think Attractor is 6 keys and Repeller has less HP. Um, honestly, I think this one might be better than Attractor. I like push more than pull. Um, I don't know. I think this might actually be better than Attractor because the thing about Attractor is that pulling in isn't always that great. But pushing is different. um Usually you have a abyss on the sidelines, so you're more likely to push a phobia into one than to pull them into it. Because to pull them into it, you kind of have to go into their territory. There are some exceptions to that rule, but you get the idea. But Repeller is also good just because I like to use Rambolina to like push an entire enemy team back so that they have to move and then shoot instead of just shooting a lot. That helps a lot. Um, so yeah, I actually like this more than Attractor. It would have made more sense to put Repeller on 6 keys and then actually yeah, why not just put them both at 6 keys? I don't know what the point of that was. But I think Repeller is solid. Honestly, I'm gonna say 7 out of 10 for this one too. Attractor really isn't that great, and Repeller isn't either, but I see more usage with this. It just makes more sense. Next we got Squiggles. Squiggles is super controversial for me, because 780 is a fucking lot. And there are some maps where this is just ludicrous. Um, what's the biggest one? I'd say I think it's Ergo. I think it's Ergo. I'm gonna have to check. Yeah, I think it's Ergo. So Yeah, I think it's ergo, right? But yeah, it's basically if there's a stim pad right next to the heart, that's what 780 plus usually around 300 to 400. So that's like 1000 to 1.1, and that's on level 1, which is fucking massive. Now I don't know if heart attack levels up with levels up with a base attack. I don't know because I don't have high 5, which has the same ability. But honestly, this could provide a lot of pressure. I like this a lot because I'm super aggressive when it comes to the heart. When I see a chance, I will fucking take it. So I've also been meaning to look for like a K900 substitute. And I think this is it. It's not as strong, but let me go ahead and check K9000. I think I said K900 earlier. Oopsie daisies. Um, where the fuck is it? It didn't show up. There we go. 1100. Okay, yeah, so that's a lot less HP. But Squiggles, I think it's just good. Um, I'd say I'd say 8 out of 10. It's the only reason I'm saying that it's good is just because like it's gonna be generally decent, especially as a dimensional. I probably should have mentioned that. But having the potential to deal so much damage to the heart is gonna be pretty nice as well. Um, there are a lot of situations where it's bad. So actually, maybe it's not an 8 then. I don't know. I'm gonna say 7 actually. 7 has been like the consensus for these, which is good because it's not too strong and it's not too weak. But yeah, I don't think it's that good. But I also don't think it's that bad. It has a lot of usage. It provides a lot of pressure for being two keys. I think this is our last one. Yep, this is our last one. We got tickles. Okay, like I said with Boomer, it has a trash ability, and it has a good everything else. Um, Now the first thing you'd probably compare this to, which is what I did, was Cowbell. Now Cowbell has, how much attack is it? I know Tickles has more HP, which is what I was looking at. Yeah, so Cowbell has 275 attack, but has 650 base HP, which is huge because that means that Tickles has a lot of HP. If Cowbell is difficult or just annoying to kill, then Tickles is just on a whole nother level. And um, it's going to be a precedent where games are going to be a lot slower, I think, because of Tickles and Boomer. That could be just a bad prediction, but that's what I'm thinking. There, I don't think people are realizing how slow the game is right now, and it's gonna get a lot slower. Um, One costs are gonna be harder to kill, mainly Tickles and Boomer. We're gonna have to focus more on damage now, at least from what I can see. So I think this update for majority, its focuses a lot on push, pool, swapping, whatnot. Um, Personally, my favorite has got to be fucking Blue Leon. It's just so good. I love it so much. It's just so good. Also, I don't think I even have any burrow phobies, so if I got this, I'd fucking cream. Um, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I was just looking, I'm just looking. So, thanks for watching this. It has been almost 24 minutes. That's fucking crazy. I don't know why you're still here, but thanks. Goodbye.